Hope everyone is doing good. Today we'll know about viruses, viroids, prions, and lichens. In the five kingdom classification of Whittaker, there is no mention of lichens and some acellular organisms like viruses, viroids, and prions. These are briefly introduced here. All of us who have suffered the ill effects of common cold or flu know what effects viruses can have on us even if we do not associate it with our condition. Viruses did not find a place in classification since they are not considered truly living. If we understand living as those organisms that have a cell structure, the viruses are non-cellular organisms that are characterized by having an inert crystalline structure outside the living cell. Once they infect a cell, they take over the machinery of the host cell to replicate themselves, killing the host. Would you call viruses living or non-living? So guys, this upcoming paragraph is very important, so listen it carefully. The name viruses, that means venom or poisonous fluid, was given by Dmitry Anovsky, 1892, recognized certain microbes as causal organisms of the mosaic disease of tobacco. These were found to be smaller than bacteria because they passed through bacteria-proof filters. M.W. Bezrenik, 1898, demonstrated that the extract of the infected plants of tobacco could cause infection in healthy plants and called the fluid as contagium vivum fluidum, infectious living fluid. W. M. Stanley, 1935, showed that viruses could be crystallized and crystals consist largely of protein. They are inert outside their specific host cell. Viruses are obligate parasites. Now see this diagram carefully. Diagram number A represents tobacco mosaic virus, TMV virus, which consists of RNA and capsids, and diagram number B represent bacteriophages showing head, collar, shield and tail fibers. In addition to proteins, viruses also contain genetic material that could be either RNA or DNA. No virus contains both RNA and DNA. A virus is nucleoprotein and the genetic material is infectious. In general, viruses that infect plants have single-stranded RNA and viruses that infect animals have either single or double-stranded RNA or double-stranded DNA. Bacterial viruses or bacteriophages, viruses that infect the bacteria, are usually double-stranded DNA viruses. The protein coat called capsid, made up of small subunit called capsomeres, protect the nucleic acid. These capsomeres are arranged in helical or polyhedral geometric form. Viruses cause disease like first mumps, second smallpox, third herpes, fourth influenza. AIDS in human is also caused by virus. In plants, the symptoms can be first mosaic formation, second leaf rolling and curling, third yellowing and vein clearing, fourth drafting and stunted growth. First, we studied about virus. Now come to second, viroids. In 1971, T.O. Denner discovered a new infectious agent that was smaller than viruses and caused potato spindle tuber disease. It was found to be a free RNA. It lacked the protein coat that is found in viruses, hence the name viroids. The RNA of the viroid was of low molecular weight. Third, prions. In modern medicine, certain infectious neurological diseases were found to be transmitted by an agent consisting of abnormally folded protein. The agent was similar in size to viruses. These agents were called prions. The most notable diseases caused by prions are bovine spongiform encephalopathy (BSE), commonly called mad cow disease in cattle, and its analogous variant CR chromium Jacob disease CJD in humans. Now come to fourth, lichens. Lichens are symbiotic associations, that is mutually useful associations between algae and fungi. The algal component is known as phycobiont and the fungal component as mycobiont, which are autotrophic and heterotrophic respectively. Algae prepare food for fungi and fungi provide shelter and absorb mineral nutrients and water for its partner. So close is their association that if one saw a lichen in nature, one would never imagine that they had two different organisms within them. Lichens are very good pollution indicators. They do not grow in polluted areas. Now this chapter is totally finished, but as I said, I won't leave any line of NCERT, so I'll read summary as well. Summary: biological classification of plants and animals was first proposed by Aristotle on the basis of simple morphological characters. Linnaeus later classified all living organisms into two kingdoms, Plantae and Animalia. Whittaker proposed an elaborate five-kingdom classification: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. The main criterion of the five-kingdom classification were: first, cell structure; second, body organization; third, mode of nutrition; fourth, reproduction; and fifth, phylogenetic relationships. In the five-kingdom classification, bacteria are included in kingdom Monera. Bacteria are cosmopolitan in distribution. These organisms show the most extensive metabolic diversity. Bacteria may be autotrophic or heterotrophic in their mode of nutrition. Kingdom Protista includes all single-celled eukaryotes such as chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, and slime moulds and protozoans. Protista have defined nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. They reproduce both asexually and sexually. Members of kingdom fungi show a great diversity in structures and habitat. Most fungi are saprophytic in their mode of nutrition. They show asexual and sexual reproduction. Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes are the four classes under this kingdom. The Plantae includes all eukaryotic, chlorophyll-containing organisms. Algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperms, and angiosperms are included in this group. The life cycle of plants exhibits alternation of generations, gametophytic and saprophytic generations. The heterotrophic eukaryotic multicellular organisms lacking a cell wall are included in kingdom Animalia. The mode of nutrition of these organisms is holozoic. They reproduce mostly by the sexual mode. Some asexual organisms like viruses and viroids as well as lichens are not included in five kingdom system of classification. So yeah, this chapter biological classification is finished. Hope you guys loved the video. Thanks for watching. All the best. Keep hustling and become a doctor.